What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the BShooter94 channel. We're here with WCW Monday Night Nitro, the show right after Clash of Champions, and we are officially on the road to Fall Brawl. Our first pre-show match is just showcasing all of our pre-show matches are guys from our developmental that I just want to see what their ratings would be, just to kind of plan accordingly for future reference. So Batista, who I signed at the beginning of this, is in developmental. He beat Mike Sanders with a 34 rating. Is what it is. Batista's not ready to come up yet, but that's cool. Good stuff. CM Punk defeated Evan Courageous. Punk got a 41. 52 rating. Punk could come up. I just don't really have a spot yet for him, but we could probably find something for him soon. He's on his way up soon. And in a tag team match, the Mexicools, who I need to fix to the Militia, defeated Bobby Roode and Eric Young. Super Crazy at 46. Eric Roode got us a 42, so Eric Young, I think, is pretty close to being ready to go. Him and Bobby Roode are going to be a team then when they come up, so we'll play with that as well. So good stuff, everybody. Let's get to the main show. So we opened the show with a recap of what happened at Clash of Champions, where Booker T turned his back on Ric Flair and helped Scott Steiner beat him. 72 rating here. This is like a 1-minute recap of just kind of how the events transpired. Booker T is walking into the building as an interviewer tries to get some type of answers from him, but Booker T just kind of blows him off, refuses to answer why he did what he did. No reason else really here. I just really want to keep this kind of pushing on. Booker is a heel, so it's not just a one-time thing. Him and Flair are going to be going down this rabbit hole a little bit, so stay tuned for that. 71 rating. Bischoff comes down to the ring and announces that tonight he needs to welcome the new WCW United States Champion, and he welcomes Chris Kanyon. Chris Kanyon comes down to the ring. Thanks, Eric. He's the new champ. Paige is not here tonight. And Bischoff said, you know what? He's like, I don't know when Paige is coming back. I don't know if he's going to be back next week, this week. I don't know. So he's like, tonight we're going to have a 15-man battle royal, and the winner will face you, Chris Kanyon, for the WCW United States Championship next week. 71 rating there. Starting the show off a little differently. I really want to put some emphasis on the United States Championship, so this is a good way, I think, to showcase the United States Championship without it being obnoxious. So we'll see how this goes. 71 rating, Battle Royal coming your way. Maybe. There it is. In a decent matchup, Sean O'Haire wins the Battle Royal in 15 minutes. The final four, and this is the order of elimination, was Rob Van Dam, due to Chavo Guerrero pulling over the top rope, Rhino, who was eliminated by Chuck Palumbo, and then Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire were the final two. Now remember, these two gentlemen are formerly known as the Natural Born Thrillers. They've been having a lot of issues, and Sean O'Haire was able to clothesline Palumbo over the top rope and get the win here. Other participants were Billy Kidman, Crowbar, Hugh Morris, Mike Awesome, Rey Mysterio, Steiner and Animal, and Alex Wright. 62 ratings. So next week, we can actually do a pre-booking right now. For next week's Nitro, the WCW United States Championship will be on the line, as it will be Sean O'Haire versus Chris Kanyon. And you see Abyss there. He was supposed to be used on the pre-show. I forgot to use him to test him out as well, but that's fine. So next week, Sean O'Haire versus Chris Kanyon for the United States Championship. To the next segment, shall we? And post-match, Chuck Palumbo is visibly very upset. Sean O'Haire celebrates the win, and Chris Kanyon stares down his opponent for next week. So we got a 56 rating there. Remember, the match is now made. Chris Kanyon defends against Sean O'Haire. Backstage, we see Scott Steiner arriving to the building in his limo with a couple of girls around him, and he's the WCW champion still. He just walks into the building whenever he pleases, apparently, because he showed up at the end of the Battle Royal. See what Scott Steiner feels about Booker T helping him win. Probably won't admit it, but we'll see. 67 rating. And in a decent matchup, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Elix Skipper in 7:48 by pinfall with a top rope Hurricane Rana. Skipper a 55, Mysterio a 73. Good stuff here out of both gentlemen. just put on a really great cruiserweight style match here. Both guys don't really have anything going at the moment. Rey Mysterio just finished up his thing with Rhino, and Skipper's just in the cruiserweight division as just a guy who, unfortunately, there's no character to him. He's just a super athlete, very similar to Shelton Benjamin in like 2003. So 68 rating there. Backstage, Lance Storm walks up to Booker T trying to get some answers, keeps asking him questions when he gets blindsided by Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow, who lay out Lance Storm. Booker T then stands over Lance Storm and just says, "You wouldn't understand. You've already bought into Ric Flair." He's like, "I can't help you anymore." So 67 rating there as Booker leads with Shane and Bam Bam. We get a recap video of Mark Jindrak and AJ Styles, the team of PinPoint, winning the WCW Tag Team Championships for Totally Buff. 52 rating there. And in a decent matchup, PinPoint defeat those Southern boys in 8 minutes and 10 seconds when AJ Styles pins Jamie Noble with a Styles Clash. Jindrak a 60, Styles a 58, Cash a 48, Noble a 55. Good stuff out of these guys. Just to get PinPoint another win now that they're the champs. And it features those Southern boys, which I'm trying to find some type of way to maneuver more tag teams into my shows. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll try to just keep that going. 57 rating though, I'm happy with that. Post-match, you see on the Titantron, Totally Buff show up saying that they feel they were screwed out of their WCW Tag Team Championships, and they do have a rematch clause they will be using at Fall Brawl. So at Fall Brawl, go over here, Fall Brawl. It's going to be a tag team matchup. Two v 2. And it's going to be Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger versus AJ Styles and Mark Jindrak. Tag team titles will be on the line. Tag team titles. Perfect. First match for Fall Brawl. Rob Van Dam is backstage being upset that that Chavo kind of forced him out of the Battle Royal after he already eliminated Chavo, but he's willing to face Chavo again tonight to get some retribution for that situation. So 55 rating there. And in a good matchup, Chavo Guerrero defeats Rob Van Dam by pinfall in 12:33 with a gory bomb following interference from Double J Jeff Jarrett. 72 rating. Van Dam a 75, 58 rating. Post-match, Jeff Jarrett lays out RVD with a guitar shot and stands over the fallen Mr. Monday Night RVD. So Jeff Jarrett is back, and he's back in a big way, laying out Rob Van Dam. So we'll see where this goes. We haven't seen Jarrett since he lost against Page a couple months back, so this ought to be very interesting. 66 rating there. Backstage, we get a promo from Shane Helms as the new WCW Cruiserweight Champion. And he knows that little Guido does have his rematch clause, and he's just waiting to figure out when that's going to be. But he said, you know what, I'm ready for him. He's like, he and I have faced twice. It's only fitting that we have that third battle, and we'll find out that who is the best Cruiserweight in WCW right now. He's like, I got one win, he's got one win. Let's do it. 49 rating there. Kidman walks up and says, look, I want my match too. Like, I feel like I'm well deserving of a Cruiserweight Championship match. And Guido walks up and goes, nah, Kidman, you don't get this. This is mine. And this leads to them two kind of having like a verbal dispute. And the match now is made next, Kidman versus Guido. And about that good wrestling and decent reaction, Billy Kidman defeats Little Guido in 10-12 when Guido gets disqualified when Super Crazy and Psychosis hit the ring. Kidman is 64, Guido is 73. Amazing. 67 rating there. Post-match, the beatdown commences. Guido, Psychosis, and Crazy start beating down Billy Kidman until the save is made by Daniels and Shane Helms. Remember, Shane Helms and Kidman. Daniels and Kidman saved Shane Helms from the militia before, and now Shane Helms and Daniels are saving Kidman. Good stuff here. Next week, we have 2 more matches booked. So next week's going to be a busy Nitro. We have a tag team match. It is going to be Billy Kidman, not Bill Goldberg, and Christopher Daniels versus Super Crazy and Psychosis. And then we also are going to be having a Cruiserweight Championship rematch between Little Guido and Shane Helms. So Guido is using his rematch clause next week to face off against Shane Helms. So that should be very interesting. Next week already has 2 championship matches. So good stuff there. And really puts the card together easy for me. So that's nice. 47 right in there. We get a segment via satellite. Ric Flair's sitting in his home saying that he didn't come tonight because he knew he was going to do something that he regretted if he showed up tonight towards Booker T. He said he took a week to let himself settle, but he'll be back next week. And then after seeing what they did to Lance Storm, he's already called Lance, and him and Lance will be showing up tomorrow together, united. As it comes to Booker T, Shane Douglas, and Bam Bam, he said, we'll deal with them next week, and we will make sure we get the answers that we deserve. 68 rating there out of Flair. And in our main event of the evening, and about that great heat and decent wrestling, Scott Steiner defeats Road Warrior Animal in 640 with a Steiner recliner. Steiner 77, Animal 47, 68 rating. Good solid main event out of Steiner, gets his win. Post-match, the lights go out, and when the lights come back on, Sting is watching Steiner for the past couple months. This is the first time, though, he's actually shown up in the ring. And he grabs Steiner, hits him with the Scorpion Death Drop. As Steiner's down, Sting holds up the WCW Championship to end the show. 71 rating there. And let's end the show and see what rating we get. We got a rating of 69. Okay, I'll take that. Good stuff. Almost a 70. That would have been great. We got some popularity issues that I will look into and figure out why they keep happening. But we increased that popularity in 32 regions, so that's great. Everything is great so far with WCW. I think we're really starting to hit our stride here. I do hope you guys are enjoying it so far, so please like, please comment. Obviously, I will answer every comment you give me. Everything that you guys give for feedback is fantastic. And we'll be posting this up today, so as soon as you see this out, please give it a view. Give it some time. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll go back and watch the other ones. So, but when it comes to that, please make sure you do like and subscribe everything, and we'll see you next time for the next WCW Monday Nitro.